folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. In the last part, we took on Holminster Switch, and it had a whole load of cutscenes. And now, we've been told that role quests are now available, so let's go and do them. Because one is actually required to beat Shadowbringers. So, no greater sport. Wait, you wouldn't happen to be... Yes, of course you are. It's plain from the way you carry yourself. You're just the sort of woman I've been looking for. You're perfect. My name is Blue Reek, and I am a bounty hunter. But not just any bounty hunter, I will have you know. I am not wont to settle for run-of-the-mill prey. I hunt sin eaters. Not only that, I have recently set my sights on a particularly notable feat, one of the 4 cardinal virtues, those infamous instigators of the flood itself. Naturally, it will take considerable strength and skill to defeat such a formidable eater, and I am not afraid to admit I cannot do it alone. However, with the aid of equally formidable allies, I am confident it can be done. And you, my friend, are exactly the sort of ally I have in mind to recruit. Let's just feign interest. Yeah. Yeah! Got it! I knew you would be interested, and should the challenge alone be insufficient motivation, know that I have substantial financial resources at my disposal. You'll be duly compensated for your services, rest assured. However, as much as I am certain you are the right woman for the job, it is only meet that I put your skills to the proof. A simple test should suffice. Pray do not be offended, but you would be shocked by how many people present themselves falsely in order to enrich themselves or to impress others. Okay. Well, I guess we have to rendezvous with him in Lakeland. Oh my gosh. Not equal. Working for a job or walking out. Such a long walk. I guess I'm going this way. Might as well see if there's a fence over here. There isn't. Okay. Cool. This is going like right on the edge of that map piece, isn't it? Real quick. Right there. I'm trying to get that. Okay. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Here we are, our proving grounds. You need only slay a beast of suitable ferocity before my very eyes and demonstrate your own. Naturally require bait to lure one out of hiding. Oi, my lord, got your package here. Well done, my good man, and here's your payment. Oh, this, the bait in question. Easier to have it delivered than to take a detour and pick it up myself. Rather more efficient as well. Time is money. Now then, you need only place it in the open and slay whatever comes to claim it. I cannot imagine it'll take long for something to come hither. Okay. Let's go ahead and prep for battle. Place our bait. And wait. Oh, level 70. Huh. I've taken a level 76 and nothing. This is nothing. Maybe. See? Easy. Fantastic! I knew I was not wrong about you. Come, let's return to the Crystarium at once. Sure, I just have to find the right path for the Crystarium. Oh. Sorry, I'm gonna step all over your face here. Congratulations on the kill well made, my good woman. I dare say this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership. Let's commemorate the occasion with a feast. Eat, drink, and be merry. What other stuff, isn't it? My compliments to the stuff. Chef, I'm not doing the rest of that, sorry. Another helping? No, are you sure? Really is no bother. Oh, very well. Hey, took me at the table. I should like to return to our earlier discussion. That of the virtue I have engaged you to hunt with me. Andrea is her name, and she roams Nora in the guise of Renda Ray, a fallen warrior of light and renowned hunter of Eld. She is the most elusive either who has been sighted in every corner of the realm. Though her movements are unpredictable, she has often been witnessed pursuing and slaying extraordinarily dangerous beasts. I can well imagine the question forming in your head. Why not leave her be? If anything, she is not aiding local community. Is she not aiding local communities after her fashion? Alas, no, for the beasts she slays rise anew as eaters, which pose even greater threats to the small folk. So you see, this one wretched student eater is in truth sowing untold chaos by carrying on as she does, unleashing more and more of her kind on unsuspecting towns and villages all across Norront. Only you and I can stop her. Didn't the Warriors of Light save the world? Huh, what an odd thing to ask, but never mind all that. Whether or not they were heroes or villains or whatever 100 years ago doesn't matter to me. Simple truth is, Renda Ray was the greatest hunter who ever lived, and beating her at her own game would be an amazing feat, don't you think? Regardless of what the Warriors of Light were before they became seniors, that's what they are now, so we'd be doing folks a favor by killing one. Well, what say you, friend? Will you hunt Andrea with me? I hope I live to regret this. So begins our formal partnership. Ah, I can see it now. You and me in the heat of battle, fighting side by side, the picture of courage and camaraderie. It's going to be grand. Naturally, take us time to study and understand their prey. Eaters can behave in strange and inexplicable ways, particularly powerful ones like Andrea. I've been doing my best to get inside her head, to think like a hunter, but it's easier said than done. Anyway, as soon as I've determined where ought to begin our search, I will inform you at once. Oh, is the reward lacking? My apologies. Next time I will see that you receive rather more substantial compensation. So, because of the fact I'm so dang over-leveled, technically I can take the level 72 one now. But I'm not going to yet because I want to do this all as a group. So, let's just go up my little list here. Red Mage. Hollow Pursuits. Let me guess, you're standing in front of Sarek, bounty hunter non-paral, because you have a mind to aid me in fouling the dread Pronessus. Do I have the right of it, or do I have the right of it? What's this? If I didn't know better, I could have sworn you just suggested that you're unfamiliar with Pronessus. That couldn't be. No sinner with her soul could be so ignorant. Allow me to elaborate. Pronessus isn't just your run-of-the-mill stray sin either. He's one of the nastiest the realm has seen, formed from the remains of one of those goddamned warriors of light. There are 4 of them all told, crawled up from the bowels of the deepest hell after being buried for nigh on a century. The tales are true. People have come to call them the cardinal virtues. Before he was transformed into a sin-eater, Pronessus was none other than Archmagus Neilbert, whose baleful magics were feared the realm over. Though it's only been a few short years since he showed up in Almarang, he's already preyed on far too many innocents with his foul sorcery. Not keen on seeing their trade routes disrupted, the local merchants have placed a healthy bounty on his head. Got struck out of the corner of my eye. Of course, I'd like nothing more than to fell the fiend single-handed and claim the entire bounty for myself. Unfortunately, circumstances have dictated that I recruit a companion. That's where you come in. Provided that you can prove to me that you possess the rather specialized set of skills I require, I promise I'll make it worth your while. Not a bad offer, wouldn't you say? If you fancy yourself up to the task, come find me in Almarang. I mean to set off for there shortly. A faster way to do this than walking all the way across Almarang. Let's go to the Amaro launch. And... oh gosh, I don't remember which one went where. You? Got from already! Yes! I got the right one! I did it! Alright. See? Much faster than just trying to mount all the way across here. So you came. It's good to see someone who isn't all talk. As fortune would have it, another scene, either a far less imposing specimen than Phronesis, of course, has resided just to the west of here. Prove to me that you have the skill to back up your words, and we'll talk further. How far west are we talking? Yeah, okay. I'll take it, I'll take it. Like, wait, who the heck is standing there? A really short name. Oh, it's Zurich. Fine, I'll accept that. Alright. Easy enough, right? Except for that fact, we're level 70 taking a level 70. Okay, I was expecting to die right there. Friend, I wasn't sure what to expect from you, but seeing you in battle has left me with a little doubt. It seems I found myself a formidable ally. And so I'll extend the offer in earnest. Help me hunt down Phronesis, and we'll split the bounty, put down the middle. What's it do you say? That's the spirit. No, there's more you should know before we proceed. Come with me to Mordsuk, my base of operations. I'll fill you in on the details. Yeah, so they aren't all going to just stay there in the Crystarium. Which is unfortunate for me, because it means I have to remember. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Welcome to Mordsuk, friend. As you can see, it's a bustling trade post frequented by merchants from across the realm. At least it was before Phronesis showed up and started preying on unwitting travelers. Hence the bounty, you see. The lucrative reward has attracted the attention of one capable bounty hunter after the next, yet the fiend still roams free. You can probably imagine why. Those few who have seen Phronesis and returned to tell the tale speak of the great horrors they witness. Cavernous black holes materializing out of thin air, swallowing everything around them into the abyss. People have taken calling them the Hollows. Rumor has it that one barely has time to lay eyes on Phronesis before he summons forth the Hollows, which proceed to consume everything in sight. And I do mean everything. Just the other day, an entire caravan was devoured by the Hollows, leaving only nothingness behind. Mages have postulated that these holes are literally tears in the fabric of our reality, gateways to other worlds, to put it to put it another way. At any rate, suffice it to say that the next man to come back from the void will be the first. And yet, there's something odd about it all. Witnesses say that Phronesis doesn't seem to go out of his way to prey on people or settlements. He simply shambles across the waste, summoning hollows one after the next. Destruction follows as a matter of course. Needless to say, drawing too near to the fiend is tantamount to suicide. Even attacks from afar have been all but futile, as Phronesis simply summons the hollows to consume every incoming arrow. With every conceivable means of attack foiled, even the most savvy bounty hunters have all but thrown up their hands, even though the bounty now stands at some 9 or 10-fold the original amount. I'm of a different mind, however. The way I see it, if only there were a way to neutralize the hollows, we'd more than stand a chance against Phronesis himself. This is why I require your services. You're easy to run over, the Senior spoke clear. You're a mage of no common skill. If anyone has the arcane knowledge and aptitude to help me figure out a way to defend against the hollows, it's you. Don't worry, I fully intend to shoulder my share of the burden, and so I plan to gather all the information we need before asking you to put yourself in harm's way. And with that, I best get to work. Once I formulate a proper plan of attack, we'll talk again. Until then, I suggest you continue to hone your casting skills. The battle that awaits us will not be an easy one. And yeah, we're like now just blocked from being able to do that. So, back to the Crystarium to get the next one on the list. Alright, next on the list is of course Astrologian. It's just gonna be in the unlock order, I guess. Traditions and Travails. Drinking noises. I don't even have a drink here to try and do them. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a dwarf mid-flagon? Not even a proper greeting neither. Look here. Lally ho! The name's Gio. Lally ho? You have to put your arm into it like this, and a little enthusiasm don't hurt. Lally hoes aside. Just who are you, anyway? I dare say I remember someone like yourself, if we'd ever met. You're from the same strange lands as the Crystal Exarch, you say? Oh, well, well, well. He's an odd sort, the Exarch. He knows things, right? And he's got some sort of mystical power. I don't suppose you're the same, are you? Because I could use someone with powers like you. The likes of which the world has never seen. I'm on Descenders, you see. Well, one in particular. A healer not half bad at the job, eh? I like your confidence. And I wish I could take your word for it, since you sound like just what I'm looking for. But I have to ask you to prove it. There's no need for that. Listen here, this either a hunt ain't your average abomination. You can't blame me for wanting to make sure that I'm not leading you to your grave. That would be bad for the both of us. So, you get yourself on over to the Forest of the Lost Shepherd and we'll see what you've got. Oi! It's almost the same freaking spot. Hello. Oh, I'm glad you found the place all right. Not for the prey. That'll do. Now I take a deep breath and... Hey, your mother was hobgoblin! You ain't much to look at or nothing. Come here and face me, you crabbing shite! Legio lies prone. The creature appears indisposed to cease its rampage. It seems it will have to be dealt with. Fine. See this way to me. I'm a healer, not a DPS, even though... No, we can do DPS. We could do damage. Slowly, but surely, we can do damage. Hey, at least I get to show off Sleep Draw! When it's almost dead, but hey, I got to show off Sleep Draw. Healing. See, that wasn't so bad. I reckon I broke 3 or so ribs and at least 1 femur there, but my bones feel just fine now. Better than before, actually. And that beast gave you no trouble. Seems that you're just what I'm looking for after all. We can talk about the rest back at the Crystarium over a drink or 3, and the folks at the Wandering Stairs know how to keep them coming. Meet me there. More drinking noises. Alright, nothing like a flag on the veil after a well-earned victory. Did you hit your head? Oh yes, and hard! That beast gave me a trouncing. Really exceeded my expectations, as did you. Ha! Whatever you want to call what we just did, doing to help us understand each other for sure. Sure enough, I've seen that you're a masterful fighter, and you learned that I'm fearless as the stone, and so our fellowship is forged. Now that I'm sure you won't get yourself killed, I can tell you about the sin either that I'm after. It's one of the so-called cardinal virtues, Sophrosyne, and it's a nasty piece of work. Each of the virtues looks like one of those fools who brought the flood upon us, but this one takes after the worst of the bunch. Lammet, disgrace to all dwarven kind. Knowing that one of our own people was a warrior of light is bad enough, but Sophrosyne being out there looking all dwarf-like, well, it didn't help matters. A cursed thing. The Council of Elders, they didn't want to live with the shame of Lammet's sins no more. So the head of the council, the most elder, stay with me here. Gave me the shot. Hunt down Sophrosyne. Slay it. See it doesn't keep sullying our good name. I'm our strongest warrior, so if anyone's going to do it, it has to be me. That's fine. I'm more than up for a contest of my problem. I'm having noticed that Sophrosyne keeps healing itself, and it's, well, deeply annoying. So it's because Lammet herself is some kind of master of the art, but Sophrosyne's healing is so powerful that no matter how hard I whack it, I can't leave a scratch. To make matters worse, it also flies around carefree as he please, resurrecting other sin eaters. We'll be up to our eyeballs in them forever if we can't do something about those curative powers. That's where you come in, right? Lammet doesn't deserve your scorn, you know. Listen, I know you have your own ways, and that's just fine, but whether you care much for dwarven honor or not, you have to agree that a sin eater that can raise his fellows from the grave is a danger to us all. As for Lammet, he should know that being a dwarf is about respect and tradition, and she never did. Never. You might not have heard, but the tales say that Lammet roamed the land without her helm. She willingly showed her face to those who weren't kin. She knew full well that would dishonor her and us all, and she did it anyway. Then there's the part about bringing doom on all the world. Not one of our taboos, really, but it's generally frowned upon. And now she's back, face bare to the world, a sin eater. What could make a dwarf go so wrong? But we have ale to drink and sin eaters to hunt in that order. You healed my body sure enough, but I'll need a few more flagons to restore my vigor. And by a few, I mean about 100. Come and find me later. So yes, if you haven't figured it out, all the hills in this world are called dwarves. Anyway, we have one left. The man with too many scars. Can't say I've chatted with you before. Think I remember if I had. Seen your fair share of fighting, have you? And wary besides. Rest assured, I have no secret desires. Name's Granson, bounty hunter by trade, mostly city eaters. When I first laid eyes on you, I had a feeling you were a tough bastard. The sort that must get mistaken for that warrior of darkness folks been talking about recently. That right? Easy, killer. Couldn't care less who you are or what you've done. The only thing I'm looking for these days is a like-minded partner. Someone willing to join me in the hunt for the biggest prize this side of Norvron. I'd hear the details first. Heh, thought that'd grab your attention. Detail-sign is the phenom after one of the so-called cardinal virtues, as folk are wont to call them. Former warriors of light, these esteemed heroes who saved the realm a century ago. Dear old Brandon was one of them, I'm told. Stop me if you've heard all this before. Anyway, like his comrades, Brandon died in the process, only returned relatively recently as a sin eater. The better the torment, we few who survived their mercy. Needless to say, I aim to put an end to all that. You've heard the pitch, so what's the answer? Are you interested in hacking Detail-sign with me? No way of hesitation. I like you, Sinner. Nevertheless, I'll need you to humor me and prove you're the dab hand I think you are. For my sake as well as yours. I've heard reports of stray eaters drifting close to the Crystarium. Come with me and put my mind at ease. In other words, back to Lakeland! Okay, this one actually is better to just go out the gate. It looks like. Oh, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. There you are, very good. As the meters we are after, we're sighted west of the sensor gate, so we'll need to head through there before we begin our search. Oh, and if you happen to have any objections to killing eaters for sport, remember that many were once innocent people. You'd be doing them a favor putting them out of their misery. And now we have to go all the way out there. Oh, you would be up there, wouldn't you? Oh, wait. Hold on. You can climb the rock! There's a current right there. Sorry, but I'll be seeing this one out. Need to make sure I can rely on you in battle first. You understand. But there's a current. I'm going for the current. Hold on. I wasn't gonna get any, but it's literally right here. I mean, come on. I wasn't gonna go for any liquid currents during all this, but it's literally sitting right there. I mean, well, it makes sense. Oh, come on. Fine, I'll deal with you first. Should've known. Ah, my combo feels much better now. I'm not just like, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, oh yeah, I can actually do stuff now. Except there goes my cooldowns because I thought I heard them. Oh well. Enough, right? Teamwork! This is clearly not your first time. Let's do this once more just to confirm it wasn't a flick, though. Besides, we're all could do with less computers. Follow me. Shouldn't be much further. Are you gonna happen to lead me to another ether current? Oh, what the heck? I'm warping halfway there. I need to check something here. Is the Astron Cure, like, in the window near the end or something? There's like a bunch of Wanderers sitting in Lakeland. May as well walk while I'm doing it, though. My thing set only to my main character's world. Hold on. Put this in Famfrit. That's halfway through your window. Fair enough. Fair enough. This seems rather a lot for what I would expect. You know. Searching. 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 Result found. Alright. Should die after this combo, right? Nah, didn't. Need one more hit. For sure. Yeah, that'll do. You're exactly the sort of woman I've been looking for, and thank the gods for that. My apologies for subjecting you to such a silly test, but I'd rather not have an amateur's death on my conscience. Let's head back to the Wandering Stairs and make this official, shall we? So, just to make sure you're still keen on our arrangement. Arya, will you join me and hunt the dread fiend Dikaiosine and put an end to his accursed existence? Excellent, then it is settled. Now every hunt begins with an investigation. Ours is no exception. Dikaiosine can be rather difficult. It can be a rather difficult either to pin down. But before we commence ours, we would do well to attend to our respective preparations. Let me know when you're ready to proceed. Or let me know when you're level 72. So that wraps those up for now. So I guess what's here? What the heck? Ow, it's right there. In this? Yeah. Okay. There's two in here, okay. Do you believe in magic? Oh, stranger, please, you must help me. I fled here from home, Mr. Switch, but I lost my necklace along the way. And also was missing is to pass the Church of the First Light, but I couldn't go back. Now the guard tells me that Lakeland is too dangerous for me to go and search for it. I know I should be glad I escaped with my life, and I am! But that necklace was a gift from my father, and it's all that I have to remember him by. We can travel freely, and please, bring it back to me. Oh, a job? Well done. Hail, sinner! Might this old woman impose upon you to travel for a job in her stead? My son, Chathwick, is the guard out there, and I have a package for him that wants delivered. I come myself, but my knees simply aren't up to the task. Sure, but first... Actually get sent back out to Lakeland by Story here. An unwelcome guest. Begging your pardons, miss, but do you perchance intend to head outside? So, I would strongly advise you not stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it Gilmore has dispatched its military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarch is in the ocular deliberating a response. Okay, please head to the ocular. Sorry. Pray return to the ocular.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands. Laxon Loft, here in Lakeland. Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would. Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish. Enter. Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmore's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthry, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmore considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 Sin Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthry. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmore's mercy. promptly. One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmor's army since before Vorthri's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin-Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmor chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmor has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia. It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmor before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
I'm sorry, generations of Minfilias?
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He'll be able to enlighten you. Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right, though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
What? Yes, if your other books pertain to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. They're experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Oh, Well, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I have finished off some few outstanding tasks, that is. While I attend to them, perhaps you can fetch me a book? The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary on the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Memphilia. But you must see it for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should, I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place, despite my best efforts. In short, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck! Alright. Got a shelf. Oh, hey, look! There's a sightseeing log right there. Does not appear to be here. On the table, as a matter of fact. The most important place for it to be. Just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light. Have you found the book? Yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I finished all my present tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin our learning at once. Without further ado, then. Began 100 years ago, when the flood of light threatened to swallow Norvrant. Just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance, made with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Memphilia. For delivering the realm, she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later, her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When 7 years lay ruined to the kingdom of Volver, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. And with hair spun gold and eyes of clear sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and came to likewise be called Memphilia. Enlisting the Yulmoran army, this Memphilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet, with her dying breath, she was whispered unto her grieving comrades, Memphilia will return. And true to her words, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the self-same eyes, that self-same hair, and those self-same powers. She too took the name Memphilia. She too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Yulmor, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Norvrant on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some perhaps, the truth is rather less simple. The Oracle is reborn with certain common traits. She's not inherent the memories of or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All the Memphilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not, but all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Memphilia? She was found by the Yulmoran army some 10 years ago and taken into their care. Or rather, their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name. for by that time, under Lord Vothri's rule, Yulmore had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Menphilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in the Yulmoren's best interest for her to remain under their control. But then 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed. Well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Menphilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Morin. Might I trouble you for a word, Arya? Outside? To remember, it took me like 20 years to actually get back out to Lakeland here. Wait. Oh, right. I'm like, there's not a quest. Oh, yeah, right. The world quest. Slay me. As you have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Menphilia was none other than our dear Thancred. They may have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know the Menphilia journey here as Heidelin's emissary to halt the flood of light. It could only be her that the people of the first witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we know and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, talking your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Menphilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Menphilia possesses Heidelin's blessing. It won't hurt to have a such individual on our side, right, Arya? Quite. I'm throwing cables on the floor. I see you've made up your minds. Exarch, what brings you here? A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Yulmoren forces at Laxton and Aloft do indeed have Menphilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Yulmore ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I say you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. What? Also, since when are we suddenly on level 72 quests? But I know I've got these 2 side quests to do, but on that note, I'm gonna call it good there. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps to keep making content like this and more. You can find links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt, signing out. Bye!